Dear church, let's talk about CareNet with Margaret Cole.
Dear church, let's talk Holy Spirit, transformation, prayer.
6 days, right?
And if you love me, you will keep my commandments.
Our culture wants to define you by your sexuality. We know that our identity is found in Christ.
Hello and welcome to the Dear Church podcast. I'm your host, Chris McCurley, joined by friend,
Yes.
Margaret Cole,
Yes.
who is also a member of this community and CEO of CareNet.
Yes.
And we're going to talk a little bit about CareNet, their services. We're going to talk a little bit about the abortion issue and pregnancy and things of that nature,
Right.
and just a better approach to how we can handle this issue and topic and those that are involved
Right.
in this and that touches people because it is a hot button topic. It's a
Yes.
political topic, but like I've said many times over, it's also a God topic. It's
Correct.
a biblical topic. And so that's where we want to approach this from, right?
Thank you.
And so first, before we jump into this, I know you and I talked off camera. We both are dealing with throat issues and sinuses. You've been in Buffalo. I've been in New Mexico. And
Yes.
probably didn't help us. But tell us a little bit about you first and your life and everything that's going on right now.
Well, a lot of people probably realize with being with me for just a little bit that I did not grow up here.
Yeah.
I married Southern.
Okay.
So I met a local, David Cole. A lot of people know him as Captain Cole. He is retired from the city of Dickson Police Department. So he brought me here.
You're from Pittsburgh, right?
I am.
Yeah. Much to the chagrin of Titans fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Big
just,
Steelers
I'm
fan.
going to leave it at that, but we'll just say once, go Steelers.
Get that out of the way. Yeah.
Right, but we moved here as active duty Navy.
Yeah.
David was hometown recruiting. He grew up here, so we were active duty Navy. Had our daughter at Fort Campbell, and he got out of the police department got out of the Navy and went on with the police department in '95.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and just through life journey for me, I ended up at CareNet, and I met Jesus in 1998
Yeah.
in my office.
Yeah.
As a 28-year-old, just searching and wondering, there's got to be more.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother
Yeah,
story.
we could do another episode.
And then a year later, I found out about CareNet, and I walked in the door, and I'm headed into 25 years.
That's amazing. And just so that people know, you have a brother here at Walnut Street, nieces,
do.
nephews.
Yes, I
a lot
do.
of intersection with folks here at Walnut Street.
I
And
do.
I wanted to have you on because this is a discussion I had on the podcast many years ago when I was in Abilene, because I was part of the board for what they called Pregnancy Resources of Abilene.
Right.
Very similar to what CareNet does, basically the same type of
Correct.
organization with the same type of services. But for our viewers and listeners, why don't you just define, if you can, just what CareNet is, what they do, some of the basic services.
Well, my elevator speech, you've got to have one if you're a nonprofit. 30 seconds. What do you do?
Yeah.
I get that all the time. We empower individuals to make an informed choice about their pregnancy and sexual health.
Yeah.
We are the safe place to come to before making a pregnancy decision.
Yeah.
No judgment. No, we are not a political organization.
Yeah.
Never have been, never will be.
Right.
And we are in partnership with the Christian community.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
To dramatically reduce the number of lives lost to or harmed by abortion.
Yeah.
Because we live in a small community, but 1 in 4 women, 1 in 4 men have an abortion in their past.
Yeah.
And that person could be sitting right beside you at work, in a pew, and they may never share their story.
Yeah.
Because how individuals around them view something that they did in their past.
Sure.
And nobody has any idea how they came to that decision.
Yeah. So if a young lady walks into CareNet and says, I'm troubled, I don't know what to do,
Right.
I'm pregnant, I'm thinking an abortion is the safe and easiest route to go, where do you pick that up? What's that conversation look like from that point going forward?
Well, first, we want to know about her.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times everybody in her circle is telling her what to do.
Yeah.
So most likely there's somebody in her life pressuring her or a circumstance that is pressuring her.
Yeah.
It could be, I just got a scholarship to Freed Hardeman and I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
That is going to hurt my testimony, so I can't have this baby.
Right.
So that is who we love on. We love on her and we love on him.
Sure.
And we wanted to hear their stories. But first, we also want to make sure that they are pregnant.
Yeah, right.
Because you do have to confirm the pregnancy.
That's
and
important.
one great thing is CareNet, we are a medical facility.
Yeah.
Under the direction and supervision of a licensed medical professional.
Right.
So our nurse manager has standing orders from our doctor to say, you can perform the pregnancy test. That's the first thing. But most likely, because she's probably went to the dollar store and got a pregnancy test and like, oh, that can't be right.
Yeah.
And well, just put yourself in her shoes.
Yeah.
Or his shoes. Because sometimes they're walking through it together.
No doubt.
And then she's going, well, no. Let's get a little bit better test. So they have already had that first initial positive pregnancy.
Right.
Of course, it's over the counter.
Right.
There can be false positives. And then we're able to walk them through life-affirming choices. We talk very openly about abortion and the abortion procedures.
Yes.
One positive thing in the state of Tennessee, and I believe in the state of Texas, abortions are illegal. Surgical abortions.
Yes.
There's a difference.
Right.
There is a chemical abortion, which is the abortion pill.
Yeah.
And that is something that can be mailed to you in the state of Tennessee.
And pretty accessible, right?
Very accessible.
Yeah, talk quickly divert there and talk about that, because at the banquet that you guys have every year that I attend, you had someone give a testimony and talk about that, but mention just how readily accessible that is.
Actually, our staff member, one of our staff members, got online and said, how do I get an abortion? How do I get the abortion pill in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Immediately, a website came up.
Yep.
It was probably top one. We're trying so hard to be at least in the top 3.
Yeah.
When you Google that.
When you search. Yeah.
And she was able to order the abortion pill for free.
Okay.
It came from, I believe she said, Mexico.
Okay.
And it came from a fictitious address in New York City. And there was a QR code inside of it and said, once you get this, scan the QR code and we'll give you further instructions. There was 3 envelopes that had 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And you can do your research on what the abortion pill does.
Yeah.
Google it. It'll give information on it. You can go to our website, pregnancyhelp.net.
Yeah.
But there are certain stages of the pregnancy that you need to take this pill, and this pill.
Yeah.
What is happening are individuals are getting the abortion pill when they're in their 11th week, 12th week. We've stopped using trimesters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you know why?
I don't. No.
We've started using how many weeks pregnant you are. The reason why trimesters were adopted is because you have first trimester abortion, second trimester abortion, and third trimester abortion.
Yeah.
There are different stages in the baby's life.
Okay.
The different procedures are to be done. And this is hard,
Yeah.
especially for somebody that has had an abortion 30, 40 years ago. And there was a lot of misinformation that was going around. So what happens with the abortion pill, if you are past a certain week, the first set of pills may not work.
Okay.
The second set of pills is what terminates, or I'm just going to use some explicit words.
Yeah.
It expels the baby.
You're right.
So if the first set of pills do not stop the life, the second set of pills, you're going to birth a live baby.
Gotcha.
And this is what we are starting to hear
Yeah.
We as pregnancy centers, and a lot of people don't realize this, we are statewide.
Mm-hmm.
We have different affiliations.
Right.
We're nationwide.
Yep.
So we stopped using the word crisis pregnancy center
Yeah.
because not everybody that comes through our doors is in a crisis.
Yeah.
So we are a pregnancy resource center, a pregnancy medical center, pregnancy help center.
Right.
And we are collecting stories from across the state of abortion pill testimonies. They're not testimonies. They are
Horror stories.
breaking stories.
And it's so readily available.
Right. So you, as a parent of a soon-to-be college male or female, it does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
When our staff member went online to order the pill, there was a one checkbox that said, "Not pregnant, that's okay. Let's stock up on these pills."
Wow. Just in case.
Mm-hmm. Just in case you do get that positive pregnancy test, you can go ahead but what happens if that pregnancy is not in the uterus?
Right.
And I am not a medical professional. We
Right.
have a medical team at CareNet that is skilled, and so I would never give medical advice.
Right.
But I can steer people towards, let's get some information on what is really happening,
Mm-hmm.
but not make it such a politically driven us against them.
Yeah, and that leads to misinformation, and you see it all the time.
Right.
The average person wouldn't know this because, of the insight that I've had being on the board and things like that. But you hear many times that we need places like Planned Parenthood because you shut that down, and now women no longer have access to reproductive resources and things of that nature when pregnancy resource centers like CareNet offered all the same services.
Correct.
And absolutely can fulfill every one of those desires, but you never hear that. You only hear, hey, if you shut down Planned Parenthood, they do a whole lot more good than just abortions, which, let's face it, the vast majority of their services are abortion. Talk a little bit about some of so someone walks in, they're abortion minded perhaps.
Correct.
You walk them through that, try to give them alternatives, things of that nature. You guys do ultrasounds and things of that nature, let them listen to the heartbeat. And
actually, we do not do Doppler.
Okay.
When we went, we started offering medical services back in 2008.
Okay.
There was a lot of research that we as a staff and our medical team looked at. We're not doing the Doppler.
Okay.
Because we feel Doppler is better for later in pregnancy.
Yeah.
So we are seeing individuals between the 8th and the 12th week.
Yeah.
We can do ultrasounds as early as 7. So once they come in and they have the ultrasound, we have a local doctor that reads our ultrasound. Our nurse manager will call her back and give her the results.
Yeah.
And then that's when our medical services end.
Okay.
So that's when she goes from patient to client.
Okay.
Because at the banquet last year, someone was asking my husband, why did she keep saying 2 different things?
Right.
It's because when the medical services are ended, that's when they go to a client. And that is where we are with them throughout the whole pregnancy.
Yep.
And up until the baby's 5, as long as they need us.
Yeah.
And we have a program called MARY, which stands for Making a Responsible You.
Okay.
So we have an Earn While You Learn program, and I don't know what it was called in Abilene.
Yeah.
All of the pregnancy centers have it.
They do.
Ours is unique because we have a storefront.
Yes.
So once somebody signs up for our program, but we want to make sure that they're in a good heart space, head space. Yep. So we're going to meet with them one-on-one until they're good.
Right.
And when we can pass them on to the Mary program, it's an online class.
Okay.
Which is great.
Yeah.
They can do it at 2:00 in the morning if they want to.
Sure.
Every time they take a class, they're earning baby bucks to shop in the store.
Yeah.
So the store, you could actually just walk from here,
Mm-hmm.
from Walnut Street to there.
Yeah.
It's right down the alley. It's called the Larita's Alley, and it's called the Larita's Open Door. It's an upscale boutique at thrift store prices. And so it's open to the public. So you can shop anywhere except for one room where only baby bucks can be used.
Okay.
And that's where the diapers and the wipes, car seats, cribs, anything a new mom and dad would need.
Sure.
And every time they take a class, they're earning the baby bucks so they can shop.
Yeah.
And they can shop in the main store also.
Right.
And we do children's clothing.
Okay.
And we stop at boys 14, 16. So if you can fit in a boy 14, 16 top pants, we have stuff for you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
We have women's clothing.
Sure.
So we have all sizes. And I love it because it is legitimately an upscale boutique at thrift store prices.
Yeah, it really is. I've been in there.
Yes.
It's
And we
amazing.
have sales all the time.
Yeah.
Because the goal of the store was not to make money.
Right.
But what has happened is it's become a revenue stream.
Yeah, which is
CareNet,
needed for a
because
nonprofit.
all of the donations that come in benefit the medical wing upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no, you will not take away from anybody.
Yeah.
Because like I shared, definitely for the women's clothing. And we partner with, oh my goodness, the health department, the help center, the Job Corps, the workforce. If somebody's having an interview and she's female, they can come in and get a free outfit.
Yeah, that's great.
And we've worked with school counselors. We help in emergency cases, but we also want to be a hand up.
Sure.
To where, and when we went to the online classes, we were worried that we were going to lose the interaction.
Yep.
With our clients. Absolutely not, because they get their baby bucks issued every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And our store workers, our store manager and her volunteers, oh my goodness, they are loving on these moms and these dads. And not everyone that's coming through the door to shop is going through the program.
Right.
So they're also loving on the community.
It's a ministry.
They're praying for them, encouraging them. And we had the community-wide baby shower 3 or 4 weeks ago up at the high school. And it was incredible. Our store manager and one of our office managers came and sat at the booth. And there's so many individuals that are already enrolled in the program.
That's amazing.
And also they were being our voice.
Yeah.
For the person that they were learning about.
So
and another thing that we did, and I'm sure you know, Matthew Hyatt.
Yes.
With Burns
him on the podcast.
Church of Christ. He is our board president. And we did at the baby shower a daddy boot camp.
Yeah.
So I was his room monitor.
Oh, that's funny. If they know Matthew, they know how funny that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were able to love on the dads.
Sure.
Because that is one of the most important things that I think we in the pregnancy center world, we've always had that passion for her.
Yeah.
But it has just come full circle. Like, well, what about him?
Yeah. He
has such a key role in the life of his unborn child.
For sure. And I'm sure that there's cases where he's hesitant to come in, or maybe closed off when he does come in.
Right.
Because not knowing what to expect. And I mean, this is a life-changing, life-altering event, right?
Right.
So, in pregnancy resource arena, we talk about changed mind rates and things like that. Would you say that you guys experience a pretty good changed mind rate, that abortion-minded women come in and once they've dealt with you guys and seen the love and the compassion and getting the information, that they realize, okay, well, maybe that's not the best option?
We feel yes.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we don't know.
Yeah.
Because not that we lose contact with them,
They just stop contact.
but they stop contacting.
Yeah.
And we just pray for the situation that if they did decide to have the abortion,
Mhm.
that if they were ever in this place again, that they would remember the love that they felt.
And do you see that? Do you see people come
We
back
do.
after they've had the abortion?
We do. Statistically, if someone has an abortion, you are pregnant within the next year.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
I did not know that.
And one thing that a lot of people do not understand the ramifications, not only physically, but emotionally after an abortion.
For sure.
And on our website, pregnancyhelp.net, it has a checklist. Are you feeling these emotions?
Yeah.
And it is hard when you do pour and you love and you pray.
Yeah.
And they do terminate. You in your mind, you're going, okay, what did we do wrong?
Yeah.
But we have to remember that we were obedient to the calling that the Lord brought us to.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we have to make sure that we are okay with the emotional side of it's hard to be a client advocate, to be a nurse, walking somebody through that decision-making process. And you go in the ultrasound room with her.
Yep.
And then he will be coming in later. You see the heartbeat. You see the baby moving. You see her joy, but also fear, hesitation.
Yeah.
And we have to be okay with whatever decision she makes.
Yeah.
And we tell her, no matter what decision you make, of course, we're not going to help you. We're not going to pay for it. We're not going to refer for you.
Right.
But we're never going to turn our back on you, and our arms are wide open. And we want you to we want you to feel comfortable coming back in.
Yeah, and I love that. And that's the same approach that we had in Abilene. I love that approach because when you talk to folks, just the average person on the street, or maybe put it this way, just your average Christian, right? Perhaps there's a lot of vitriol. There's a lot of, hey, this is a black and white issue. You terminated a baby. That's horrible. That's terrible. What a sinner you are and all that. And look, I get it. But, there's stories within the story that you deal with, women that come through that, they don't want to have an abortion.
Right.
We saw that. We saw women that came through that they didn't want to have an abortion, but they felt like they were being forced to because, their boyfriend was going to leave them or their husband was going to abuse them. And they felt like they were in a no-win situation. Some of these folks that are coming through the doors are dealing with things that we could not even fathom.
Right.
And so while you say, yes, this is a terrible tragedy, you've got to remove the vitriol a little bit and say, okay, we're dealing with a person here, two people, right? Because you got an unborn child as well. So what can we do to help? And then if they make that decision, which is unfortunate, coming back, we want them to know that God still loves you.
Correct.
There's still forgiveness. There's grace. There's mercy. How can we get you to a good place? Because my opinion is most women that go through with the procedure do not realize the ramifications, the after effects that follow them for many, many years. I talk to women that, every time the vacuum cleaner turns on, they have PTSD and they deal with that. And so there's a lot of trauma that you're not fed at the beginning.
And I'm glad you said that because that's a surgical procedure. Now, with the abortion pill.
Yeah.
And this is, again, it's hard to hear this.
Yes.
But she is now the abortionist.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And her bathroom is now the abortion clinic.
So it's even worse.
Correct.
From that respect. Yeah.
That is something that we have a program, and I'm sure you did in Abilene, called HOPE, and it's Healing Over Post-Abortion Experience.
Yeah.
And it is walking somebody through the healing of a past abortion. And we are faith-based.
Yeah.
I love that we get to talk about Jesus,
Yes.
but we're permission based.
Yeah.
Because 20-year-old Margaret,
Mm-hmm.
if there was a cross on CareNet, if I walked in the door and there was nothing but baby pictures,
Yeah.
I would have turned right back around.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know 20-year-old Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
You know CEO Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
I always put myself in her shoes when I walk in the door.
Yeah.
How does it look? How does it smell? Am I welcomed?
Right.
And am I driving the bus?
Right.
So we ask permission. Is it okay if I show you what's going on inside of your body?
That's good. Yeah.
Not everybody understands
Right.
what a 7-week-old baby inside the womb looks like.
Yeah.
We know what a 7-week-old baby outside of the womb
Sure.
looks like. But we could do the math, and she's a lot older.
Right.
And we also ask permission to go over the abortion procedure.
Yeah.
And we ask permission to talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
If she says no, we respect that. Because when she's first coming in,
Mm-hmm.
she does not trust me.
No, that's true. There's not a trust.
No, not a
yeah.
trust because of how we in society, as pregnancy resource centers, we're not fake clinics.
Right.
That is what the mainstream media is portraying us as.
Yes.
So my prayer has always been, how can we pray for those that are trying to shut us down?
Yeah.
How are we praying for those that work in the abortion industry? You heard the testimony of Kelly Leister
Yes.
at the banquet this year.
Mhm. Powerful.
Very powerful. She worked at an abortion clinic
Yes.
and had 6 abortions.
Yes.
I did not know that she did have 6,
Yeah.
but she left the abortion industry because of Abby Johnson's story.
Yeah.
And everyone in Texas knows Abby Johnson's
Right,
story. If
right.
you have not heard her story, watch the movie Unplanned.
Unplanned. Yeah.
Have you watched that?
Yes. It's great.
When the Roxy brought it here.
Mhm.
Well, of course, I reached out to Belinda
Right.
at the
right.
Roxy, and she called me about 3 weeks before it was going to show, and she was so excited.
Yeah.
She was like, Margaret, I got it. She said, it took a while,
Yeah.
but we got it. And I said, okay, Belinda, I have a favor. Because I watched the pre-screening of the movie, and
Mhm.
I knew, and I get emotional.
Sure. Yeah.
We need to have a booth outside
Yeah.
the theater.
Yep.
And here's the story that I tell every time. There is an older man and lady that came out. They stopped at the table that I had. It was just a small, high table.
Yeah.
With information about healing and what we do. And he was saying about, I have such a different outlook on somebody that has had a past abortion.
Yeah.
He said, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
He went to the restroom. She stayed and said, I can now tell him about my 3 abortions.
Yeah. Yeah. That's striking.
So here I am packing up. It was late. It was the later movie. So I'm walking out to my car, and all of a sudden this truck starts barreling to me, and I'm going into, David Cole taught me tactics.
Yeah.
So here I am going, okay, I'm
Yeah.
about to get hit.
Yeah.
But it was him, and he stopped and handed me $200
Really.
and said, please purchase as many tickets as you can.
Really.
He goes, people need to see this movie.
No doubt. Wow.
That is powerful.
Yeah. And just by getting that information out and getting that story out, to share with us maybe a story that's been really powerful to you as far as someone who's come in the clinic.
Right.
And I know you have several, but
Yes.
I know you have one in particular you're thinking of, but share that story
Well,
with
I've
us.
got several, and they're on our website. Then it goes, it's their words.
Yes.
So
Gotcha.
that is on Friends of CareNet. .net.
Okay.
And it can be confusing. Why do you have two websites? We have a donor website and we have a patient website.
Yes.
You can get to our patient website from the donor.
Right.
So one of them that I always share is Brinzy.
Okay.
Brinzy grew up here.
Okay.
She went off to college, went to MTSU.
Mm-hmm.
She was a freshman in college and found out she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And she was going weeks and weeks and weeks going, I don't know what to do. Sitting around talking to her friends. And all of a sudden, I think she came home, which Murfreesboro is not far from here.
Right.
She came home and Googled, mom and dad did not know, how I need help. I don't know what to do. I'm pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And we started offering ultrasounds in November of 2008.
Uh-huh.
So this was January of 2009.
Okay.
And she found us.
Wow.
She walked in the door, met with a client advocate, and was like, I don't know what to do. I'm a freshman in college. I can't have a baby.
Yeah.
Had the ultrasound. We encouraged her, walked her through her options, really encouraged her to tell her mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
She has a very close relationship with her mom.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people will say, if my mom and dad find out, they're going to kill me.
Yeah.
And my question is, what weapon will they use?
Yeah.
A lot of times it can be shocking.
They're not going to kill you.
They're not going to kill you.
Yeah.
So she finally told mom and dad when she was 5 months.
Okay.
And she made the decision to carry to term.
Okay.
And this is a God thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if this happens all the time. MTSU let her keep Josiah in her dorm room.
Really? Huh.
Again, God thing.
I don't know that that's normal.
I don't think that's normal.
Uh-huh.
And so fast forward, 10 years later, 11 years later, Brinzy is working at the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
She is their marketing person.
Yeah.
She comes in to do a spotlight on Lorita's Open Door.
Okay.
And I'm going through all the services. And when we were done, she said, I was one of those that walked through the door.
Yeah.
And had a life-affirming decision.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, tell me more.
Yeah.
So she told me her story and about how she graduated, never missed a semester.
Really?
I don't know how, again, it was a God story.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, it's Brinzy Thompson.
Okay.
She graduated here, worked at the Chamber. She's living in Florida right now.
Yeah.
Her son, Josiah, is now 16.
Wow.
All you've got to do is look on TikTok or Instagram. He looks just like Michael Jackson. And he's in a play right now. I mean, he's incredible. But just think of the legacy that could have not been.
Yeah.
Is that the right?
Yeah, that may just have been stopped before it ever started.
Right. So what we've started doing as a national CareNet organization, we're an affiliate of CareNet. We are pro-abundant life.
I love that.
And we offer life-affirming choices or life-affirming decisions. Because even the word choices now sometimes is a negative.
It is, yeah.
And I don't understand. Even the word pro-life is negative because we've taken it to a level that is unhealthy.
Yeah.
And I was just at a speaking engagement with the Right to Life president. And we walk side to side with Right to Life to a certain point.
Sure.
And we agree on this.
Mm-hmm.
They go legislative, and I amen that.
Mm-hmm.
You are not going to see me up on Capitol Hill asking for this bill to be sponsored. Now, have me come and testify.
Yeah.
There are pregnancy center directors that are testifying about the abortion pill.
Yes.
Because there was some legislation.
Yes.
If you want to learn about that, please contact the Right to Life.
Mm-hmm.
But for direct services, that is us.
That's your realm.
And I got an amen from him.
Yeah. Great.
Because they're not sitting across from her.
Right.
But praise the Lord that they are going to the Capitol and they're helping with the laws.
Trying to make steps.
But the law is not personal.
No, you're right.
Does that make sense?
No, it's yeah, you're right. And what I really appreciate, because I've said this so often, is sanctity of life has to matter from womb to tomb.
Correct.
Right? It's not just the unborn, it's everyone, everybody, everyone made in God's image.
Correct.
And so therefore, what Pregnancy Resources is trying to do, whether it's CareNet or whatever the organization calls themselves locally, it's you are taking care of that child, that woman who is bearing that child,
right.
Even if she decides to terminate the pregnancy. We're showing God's grace all the way through, and that's just that's an aspect of it we don't always think about. I can't tell you how many Christians I've talked to that were really even a little bit turned off by a pregnancy resource center because they learned that they still had dealings with the mother after she decided to terminate the pregnancy,
right?
And no, she's a sinner cast aside, which I don't understand that concept, but you do see that some, and I just appreciate so much the idea that we're here for you no matter what.
Right.
We're not gonna affirm every choice you make. In fact, we're gonna try to talk you out of it.
Right.
But if you do make that choice, we're gonna show you love and we're gonna minister to you just the same.
A cool story from Portico.
Mm-hmm.
They are the pregnancy center in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
They have a mobile unit.
Okay.
And they drive their mobile unit all over the state. And if they come like close to us, they let us know, hey, we're going to be in town. They really don't come into Dickson County. It's more like Bellevue area.
Right.
But they were set up in the parking lot out in, I do not remember the city.
Yeah.
But the Planned Parenthood was not very far from them. And there were protesters out there. That's when we were still they were doing abortions in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And so one of the managers went and got like coffee and donuts and pamphlets about Portico. Took it to Planned Parenthood and said, we are not them outside protesting.
Yeah.
This is who we are and this is what we do.
Yeah.
And they were completely shocked.
I bet, yeah.
And so because they were busy that day, they referred people to the bus.
Isn't that amazing?
So that's where we have to also educate those in the abortion industry of what we do.
Yeah.
And I have, because growing up, and I keep talking about the 20-year-old Margaret, I was pro-abortion.
Yeah.
Until I met Jesus.
Yeah.
Until I came to the realization what abortion really is.
Yeah.
And so I understand how being pro-abortion, you can influence other people.
Yeah.
So I had to do some repenting, but I also reach out to my pro-abortion friends and say, let me walk you through what we do.
Here's another side.
Right. And I love that you weren't here long.
Yeah.
And I was able to walk you through CareNet and the facility.
Very, very strong feelings about what y'all do.
Right.
And very thankful for what y'all do. And appreciate you taking time to come on today and talk about what you do.
Right.
And it won't be the last time we'll have you on. But,
and one really quick comment is abortion is just a consequence of an action.
Yes.
We really need to be talking about sanctity of marriage more.
Yeah. Start with family. And
with understanding, helping our littles.
Yes.
You can start little.
Yes.
And then our middle school and then our high school, and really talking about boundaries and standards and
proactive rather than reactive.
Yes. I grew up spiritually through CareNet.
Yeah.
But I also grew up as a parent through CareNet.
Yeah.
And not being afraid to talk about it with our daughter.
Yeah.
That's my encouragement.
That's a good pitch right there.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell our audience, our viewers and listeners, once again about the website, how to get a hold of you, like what if someone is wanting to get in touch, what they can do.
The best thing to learn more about us is to go to our website, friendsofcarenet.net.
Okay.
We just updated it. It's wonderful. We have stories.
Yeah.
We have ways to donate, ways to get involved, ways to pray. We have our banquet coming up
Yeah.
on November the 6th. So if you're interested in attending, hosting a table, we're in the process of doing that. But if you would love a tour of the facility, if you would like for me to come and talk to your small group,
Yeah.
your teenagers, I'm not afraid.
You can have
But we do separate the boys and the girls.
Yeah.
Matthew will talk to the boys and
Yeah.
I'll talk to the girls.
Yeah.
That's a great way because it's somebody that they're not involved with. Or just come to the store.
Yeah.
Lorita's Open Door. It's in the lower level of CareNet. So you do have the medical wing is on Main Street. The lower level is in the back parking lot. It's at Lorita's Alley. We are open Monday through Thursday from 10 to 3.
Yep.
Come check us out. And I would love to give you a tour of the facility. The phone number is 615-446-0701.
Awesome. Matt, thank you so much,
Yes.
Margaret, for being on today. And thank everyone for tuning in. Appreciate you being with us today. If you have any other questions about today's episode, please email me at chris.mccurley@rippleoflight.com. If you have a specific question for Margaret, we'll forward it on to her. And I know that she'd be willing to answer any question that you might have. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Sincerely, Chris.